Hi everyone, my name is Junon Macéus. I'm an advanced meditator and the creator of the Theta-Waves Meditation technique. And I'll put a link to my website below. This video is about how meditation can improve skin quality. On an almost daily basis, I get comments about my skin. And I'm going to get close to the camera so people can see. And I'm not using a filter. I don't have anything on my skin. There's no foundation or powder. This is how it looks in real life. And people think that I'm using this sort of a secret, ingredient or something, expensive, let's say, treatments. No, I mean, I'm 51 years old at the time of this video, and I don't come from a family of beautiful skin. My parents don't have, flawless complexions. So what I've realized is that it has to do with some basic principles, and it's linked obviously to meditation. One important concept when it comes to overall health, and that will be reflected in our appearance long term, has to do with proper oxygenation. So most people are chronically stressed, so they have fast beta brain dominance, and that will dictate their resting breathing rate. So most people hyperventilate through the mouth, they expel too much carbon dioxide, and based on the Bohr effect, because the cells need to have enough carbon dioxide so that when the red blood cells who are circulating in our body needs to have that cue of enough carbon dioxide to deliver oxygen to that tissue. So when a person hyperventilates to the mouth, they give off too much carbon dioxide so that the red blood cell just hold on to the oxygen molecule and do not deliver it to the tissue. So what you see is that there's a person who's not properly oxygenating, and you'll see that in the skin. And I would strongly suggest that people should read the book by James Nestor. The title is Breath, the New Science of the Lost Art, and the book by Patrick McEwen. He's a breathing trainer, and the book title is The Oxygen Advantage, because they really go into details about that. So essentially, most people do not get proper oxygenation. Now, how to actually slow down the brain waves to then slow down automatically the resting breathing rate. That's when meditation comes into play. So what happens is that when we meditate, the brain waves slow down, they become more coherent. That is reflecting the resting rate, so the breathing rate slows down as well. And now there's an increase in carbon dioxide in the tissues, and now there's more delivery of oxygen to the tissue. So then you'll see that the skin will be impacted, because skin, just like let's say hair or the cells in the GI tract, they are renewed regularly. So you'll see within a week a difference. The other aspect when it comes to people who hyperventilate through the mouth is that they tend to have mental health issues, and they use substances such as, let's say, cigarettes or alcohol or processed food to medicate themselves, and that obviously long term will affect the skin. So that's why meditation is important, because by slowing down the brain waves and correcting the resting breathing rate, then the person is getting proper oxygenation, but also they're less likely to use substances that will damage their bodies and obviously will be reflected in their skin. The other key element when it comes to having beautiful skin has to do with nutrition. And I would strongly suggest that people read the book. I actually have a note here. The name of this author is Dr. Robert Lustig. He wrote the book Metabolical, because I think that really will open up people's minds about the impact of processed food on the body, because it's pro-inflammatory, and there's tons of chemicals, man-made chemicals, that we don't know the impact long term. And myself, I've done the test. Like last year, I've decided to cut all processed foods from my diet, and within a week, I saw a dramatic difference. So I would say to people, if you can start with these two, practices. Meditation, which will impact your resting breathing rate, so the overall oxygenation of your body, that will actually allow you to stop using some substance that actually damages your body. So like, let's say, smoking, drinking alcohol, maybe eating processed food and so forth, and having proper diet. So in other words, real food, as the Dr. Lustig has mentioned in his book Metabolic, has to do with food that protects the liver and nourishes the gut. So Any food that doesn't do that will damage the body long term. So, and again, most of the food that is processed will have a pro-inflammatory impact on the body. Most people have a beta brain dominance, so it's difficult for them to practice meditation on a regular basis because to get into a meditative state, the person has to slow down their brain waves to alpha or better yet theta. So I've created the Theta-Waves Meditation technique, which is essentially meditation videos with a theta brain frequency embedded in them. So when a person watches these videos, their brain waves are automatically slows down so they can experience a meditative state the first time around, and that will slow down their resting breathing, and actually we're going to correct their breathing to their optimal, and then they will reap the benefits of having a better oxygenated body, and that will be reflected in their skin. So what I've done is that I've put below a link to my 7-day free trial so you can test these videos before subscribing. So I chose that this information was interesting. So in terms of, again, to have beautiful skin has to do with being as healthy as possible. And it starts with having proper oxygenation of the body and the tissues, and also getting proper nutrition. So I think the combination of both and keeping it simple, again, I'm going to get closer to the camera. I'm not wearing any foundation. I get compliments on a daily basis about my skin, and I don't do anything extraordinary. It really has to do with going back to the basics. So let me know if you like the content of this video by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Also remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.